Hello again. Now, another Pokemon movie review. This time it's Pokemon Jirachi Wish Maker. I'm not gonna try and do what AVGN did or James Wolfe did when this Ninja Turtles 3 review rant, but I really wasn't looking forward to watching this Pokemon movie again. I've really seen it since I was 11, and you're gonna find out why. Looking back, I think it just shows how badly Miramax was managed in the release of the films, and that they didn't keep the license very long. So, first film of the Advanced Generation, definitely an awkward stage for me in liking Pokemon, that I like the games, kind of started drifted away from the show. Now, look at me now. And anyway, we have starts off with this man named Butler making a proposal to Team Magma, and Butler, as we prove in this movie, he's really not at all that interesting of a villain compared to the other ones we've had, and the other ones that will be seen in the Pokemon movies. So and we've had a cloned Pokemon that doesn't know what he believes in. He's an eccentric collector, and an anti-spiritual illusion, and a vicious person who wants to harm Pokemon, and a pair of alluring thieves. So kind of having a magician and doesn't come off very well as your villain, to be honest. Villains can tend to make or break a movie based on how well they are and how they cause the heroes to behave. Anyway, he sets up this carnival. I'll fetch his magic at Ash, May, Brock, and Max go to it, and then they had this thing called a Millennium Comet, and it causes Jirachi to come out, and Jirachi bonds with Max. Max is really not one of my favorite characters. Not one of the characters I really care for. Some people don't gravitate towards Ash. I don't gravitate towards Max. Guess the idea behind him and the advanced generation was to have a character that the younger viewers could identify with, but what was wrong with having ones that were slightly older? That's the ones they could look up to. Why even have a character like that, to be honest? So anyway, Jirachi does some odd things and some peculiar wishes. Like for a bunch of candy, which also caused me to have Kazam flashbacks. Really didn't like that. So, and also another problem that I have is that about halfway through the movie it gets really boring. There's not as much action as there is in the other Pokemon movies, to be honest. And it's a lot of driving in the middle of it, and they really don't like how they treat the Generation 3 Pokemon, like how they don't like how they screwed over Absol a lot out of Flygon. So, I bet you're wondering, is there anything I like about it? Well, the scene where Ash tells of how friendships can last a long time, and how even if they leave, them must be friends, and he's obviously talking about Misty. That scene sort of makes the movie somewhat watchable, but anyway, battle scene, where the fake Groudon comes in, and at that point, he just has becomes total apathy at that moment. Jirachi does go back to sleep, and the movie pretty much ends at that point. It's not much noteworthy in it, so not only is this a bad movie, a Pokemon movie, it's also very memorable. Thankfully, it's also the shortest Pokemon movie of the Advanced Generation, and the other ones do get better. Yeah. So, my verdict is, I'm rendering my verdict that I'm going to give this movie 1.5 stars, and the only good point I found on it was that speech that Ash gave regarding Misty before. And rest assured that I do plan to have the other Pokemon movie reviews out soon. I have 10 more movies to go through over the next 10 days, and the movie reviews do get, and the Advanced Generation movies do get better as I go. So, anyway, that's all I have to say. Leave me comments box below. I shall see you later.